behavior. When you open up the course, this is basically what you're going to see. It's the announcements page. Right now it doesn't have too much. It's just a welcome announcement of my dogs. Down here you'll see a list of major due dates, the book review and ethogram assignments due dates, which you'll find descriptions of over here under the menu and assignments, and then your midterm and your final, when those are due and when they also become available. Then down here you'll see actually just a reminder that please, when you send me email messages, to tell me what course you're in, because all of my courses have at least some online component, most of them a significant online component, so I need to know what class you're in. That'll be very helpful. Most of your time, actually let's not go to week by week. Let's start over here under, we'll go to instructor first. If you go under instructor, you will find my email address, which is by far the best way to contact me. I do not get alerts when I get a new email message, but still the best by far way to contact me. There's my phone number, however, and where my office is located. If you can, I do recommend that students stop by and say hi to me. It's great for me to put a face to the name. I also think it's helpful for you. These are my office hours. That's not to say that's the only time I'm on campus, but that's when I'm not in class and am available. Then resources. Here you will find your textbook, which is Nordell and Vallone, the second edition, which actually that's the first edition. But if you can find the first edition, that's fine. It's actually quite a bit different, so if you do get the first edition, be aware the chapters are not the same. Second edition would be better, but I do understand that it's quite a bit cheaper. Then under here you'll find the syllabus, which will tell you the chapters that the book is composed of, so that if you do get the other edition, you will know. The textbook, the distribution of points for the course, and then you'll find course policies. So that's all there. Some links for articles, which I will ask you potentially to come up with for some of your assignments. So that's where you can find those. Then, week by week. This is where you're going to spend most of your time. Let's go into the first week. Every week you're going to find the chapter that you should be reading and a PowerPoint. The PowerPoint is not going to have all the information that you need, but it can be a guideline for you. What I would recommend is that you print it out, and then as you're reading the text, you take additional notes on the PowerPoint. My computer does not want to open up the PowerPoint. Then you will find discussion board posts. So if you go under discuss, you will find the actual discussion. Excuse me, in this case, it's a video. It is frequently a video. Temple Grandin this first week. So you'll watch the video and then address the question. You need to contribute to the discussion post 3 times in order to have full credit. The first major post is worth 10 points. You will not be able to see anyone else's posts until you contribute. And in order to receive full credit, you should access additional outside reputable sources and cite them. That's why I have those other outside sources listed. Then your replies to other student posts are due the following Monday at noon. First post is due the Thursday of the week at noon. I do not recommend that you wait until 11:58 to post your assignments. It's stressful for you, and therefore you're not as likely to perform as well, and you may even miss the deadline due to technological failure or an issue outside of that. So you have many, many days. I give long, these assignments are available for quite some time. So there's no reason why you can't do it earlier than that. So I highly recommend that you do. Okay, so back to week by week. Week 1. You have your discussion board. You also have a quiz. I'm not going to click on, well, actually, it doesn't matter, but your quizzes are not timed. They're very conceptual typically. The biggest issues are usually the quiz on proximate and ultimate causation. But your quizzes are due at the same time your final replies for your discussion posts are due, at noon that following Monday. So I highly recommend that you go into these quizzes and you look at them and think about them for a significant amount of time before you actually submit them. Maybe even ask me questions before you're ready to submit. Make sure that you've studied the material for a significant amount of time. So now let's go into assignments. There are 2 assignments listed under here. One of them is the book review, where you're going to pick a book from the titles that I have listed and write a book review. That is not the same as a book report. I explain it well here. You're going to give not the contents of the book, but an overview of the book and a scholarly review of the book, and then a recommendation. I also give an example of a book review that should be quite helpful. Then there's an ethogram. This is the biggest project you do. It's an observation of an organism of your choosing that it's very involved. It's one observation where you define what the behaviors are, and then a second one where you time the behaviors, and then it's very involved. And make sure that you read the entire description, because then it gives you an example, and I think that helps a lot in an explanation and guiding you in what you need to do. I think it's time consuming, but what should be most difficult is actually deciding an organism to study, because you need 10 different individuals. So that's probably one of the most difficult things. It should be. So if you're having issues, just get in contact with me. You're going to need plan ahead. This is due April 10th. Make sure that you're planning to do this at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Here's an example of just an ethogram where they're actually watching, not the actual written form, but the watching. I think that should be enough to get you started. Look forward to a great semester. Thanks.